Roughly 89 miles, 144 kilometers, north of San Francisco, nestled among rolling hills and pristine waters, lies Clear Lake, a picturesque getaway concealing one of California's most unsettling geological secrets. Each year, thousands of residents and visitors boat, fish, and build their homes around this 67 square mile, 174 square kilometer lake, rarely realizing they're living directly above one of the state's most hazardous volcanic systems. Dominating the southern edge of the lake stands Mount Konocti, rising 5,000 feet, 1,524 meters, into the air. This dormant giant, silent yet imposing, forms the highest peak within the Clear Lake Volcanic Field, a sprawling landscape of domes, cones, and hardened lava flows that have sculpted Lake County for thousands of years. Despite its peaceful exterior, Mount Konocti is considered one of California's most potentially dangerous volcanoes. Scientists classify this volcanic complex as a high-threat system, its roots stretching back hundreds of thousands of years when immense subterranean forces began reshaping the land through violent eruptions and lava outpourings. Unlike the classic cone-shaped volcanoes of the Cascade Range, such as Mount Shasta or Lassen Peak, the Clear Lake Field is a broad interconnected network of volcanic structures that blanket much of the surrounding terrain. Although dormant for about 11,000 years, the volcano's calmness is deceptive. Beneath Mount Konocti, an active magma chamber continues to pulse with geothermal heat, fueling a restless system that keeps volcanologists on constant alert. The high threat label is no exaggeration. It's derived from detailed risk analyses that take into account not just volcanic behavior, but also population density and vital infrastructure nearby. According to Dr. Seth Burgess, a research geologist at the California Volcano Observatory, this ranking is based on a careful balance of many risk factors. Experts evaluate the volcano's type, eruption history, likelihood of explosive activity, and, critically, human exposure, including local communities, key facilities, and even air traffic routes. The proximity of Clear Lake to the San Francisco Bay Area adds another layer of concern. Clear Lake is the nearest volcanic field to the densely populated Bay Area, Burgess notes. Though the volcanoes here aren't as massive or explosive as those in the Cascades, an eruption could still have serious consequences for people and infrastructure both locally and regionally. The California Volcano Observatory continuously monitors the Clear Lake field, not because an eruption is imminent, but because the stakes are simply too high to ignore. Scientists track seismic tremors, gas emissions, and ground deformation, seeking any early warning signs. For now, there's no immediate danger, but as Burgess explains with scientific honesty, could it erupt again someday? Absolutely. That's why we study it so intensively. But the timing may be on a geological scale, not a human one. This acknowledgement highlights how volcanic monitoring requires balancing preparedness with the reality that Earth's natural processes unfold over vast timescales. Unlike a single towering cone like Mount Shasta, the Clear Lake Volcanic Field is an expansive zone of domes, cinder cones, and lava flows that define much of Lake County's geography. Burgess explains that lava flows here resemble those of Hawaii, while nearby peaks such as Cobb Mountain, Mount Hanna, and Mount Konocti form through ash eruptions and dome-building events. At the heart of this system lies Clear Lake itself, stretching 67 square miles. The lake played a central role in the field's most recent eruption around 11,000 years ago, when magma bursting through the water created steam explosions that carved out craters and ash cones, many still visible along the shore near Mount Konocti. Today, over 17,000 people live within the volcanic field's footprint. The Big Valley Band of Pomo Indians Reservation lies within the risk zone, and Clear Lake State Park, located at the mountain's base, welcomes more than 70,000 visitors each year. More than 25 million vehicles cross this area annually, and within its bounds lie over 24 critical facilities, including schools and emergency centers. From a geological perspective, the last major eruption, 10,000 years ago, is surprisingly recent. That's what makes us pay attention, Burgess remarks. In geologic time, 10,000 years is the blink of an eye. This reality underscores the uncertainty scientists face. They can assess activity and risk, but predicting the exact timing of eruptions remains beyond our current capability. A 2019 U.S. Geological Survey report, California's Exposure to Volcanic Hazards, details what might occur if the Clear Lake field were to awaken again. It warns of pyroclastic flows, fast-moving avalanches of superheated ash, gas, and rock that can race downhill at highway speeds, obliterating everything in their path, and reaching temperatures above 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, 816 degrees Celsius. Other threats include lava flows engulfing homes and infrastructure, volcanic bombs hurled miles into the air, and lahars, raging floods of ash, rock, and mud, capable of sweeping away entire valleys. Evidence of this volcanic energy is still visible today. The region hosts the geysers, the world's largest geothermal power complex, spanning 30 square miles across Lake, Mendocino, and Sonoma counties. With 18 power plants, it supplies about 60% of the North Coast's electricity, from the Golden Gate to the Oregon border. The area is also rich in obsidian, a black volcanic glass once used by indigenous peoples for tools and weapons. It's incredibly common here, Burgess says, dating back roughly 500,000 years, and you can still find car-sized boulders of it scattered across the landscape. If you're intrigued by these hidden forces of nature and want to explore more about Earth's most mysterious and powerful volcanoes, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a journey into the planet's most extraordinary natural wonders.